What is up, guys? I'm going to be doing a battle of TNT versus Phantom Assortments. These are going to be the Phantom Moonstruck and the TNT Perfect Show, the battle of the $100 boxes. We're going to figure out which one's better, which one you should spend your money on. We're going to do an in-depth analysis of both of them. So if you're trying to pick the best assortment for $100, you came to the right video. We're going to start off with Phantom, and then we'll break down the TNT Perfect Show. So here we go. Alright, we're going to be breaking down the Phantom Moonstruck Assortment first. This is the $99 assortment from Phantom. We're going to be doing a total item count for this assortment, and then we will break it down further as we move along. So first thing we're going to do is got to count all the items one by one so there's no confusion. I will tell you why I'm counting things as well. Things are in the box if I know a certain number. So let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now both these boxes have 4 in them. So we were 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. 27 total items for the Phantom Moonstruck. Try to remember that number. I will remind you later on, but for your own list, remember that. We have 27 total items. Now, we're going to do kind of a Phantom, injustice here, because we're going to call some of these Phantoms that could be considered mediums, smalls. But I know these 3-box fountains are rather small and rather short, so we're going to call them small fountains. You'll see why in a minute, why I'm not counting them as medium. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 small. Now we're going to count medium fountains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have 15 medium items. Now, as you see, there's a lot of medium items. That's why I counted those as small, because there's just be way too many in the medium category for this assortment. So you get a lot of medium items right off the bat. And last but not least, the large fountains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 large. So that's a grand total of, in fact, 27. So you get 6 large, 15 medium, and 6 small. So now, the main thing you have to consider with this assortment, this has 3 tubes, this has 3 tubes, this has 3 tubes, and this has 3 tubes. I think these two have 1. It's been a while since I've had those. I have them in my stash right now, but they're kind of packed away. But that's something we're going to have to remember when we get into the TNT assortments. How many tubes are in the fountains? So remember which ones. So remember that these large fountains have a lot of tubes in them, and we're going to go down to break down the now TNT Perfect Show assortment. We're going to get into that right now. Alright, this is going to be the TNT Perfect Show breakdown. Same thing as the Moonstruck. We're going to count each and every individual fountain. Only fountains, if I'm counting fast or whatever, I will go over which ones are which and why I counted this a certain way or didn't count something in this assortment. So let's get into that right now. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18 total items. Now you're wondering why I didn't count this one. This is a TNT lightning flash. So those are the little blinding lasers. Up here is 2 cuckoo fountains, and then here's a box of 4. So that's why I counted those in that certain way. So remember, that's the total of 18 fountains. Now we're going to count small items here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 small. And now we are going to count medium fountains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I know Pyro Fan looks like a big fountain, but it only has 1 tube. So 6 medium. And now we are going to count large. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 large fountains. So we have 4 small, 6 medium, and 8 large. And another thing to consider, you get 4 packs of lightning flash and 1 pack of flashing fountains or whatever. It's like a 12 pack or something to boost the number. So, as you see, 18 is the total number of fountains here, which is almost 10 less. It's 9 less fountains than the Phantom Moonstruck. Now, remember that thing I was telling you about tubes and how to make sure you consider them? The Pyrofan fountain, I know for a fact, I will show you my research, it's not hard to do. This one only has one tube. The Blazing Rebel only has one tube. This one I know has one tube, one tube, one tube. All there's, and I'm on Combustion Chamber has 4. I think Global Lights. Let me check. Global Lights, in fact, only has 1. So there's only a few. I think this one has 2. Dancing Sombrero, that only has 1. So if you look at it, so the ones I know for a fact have 1 tube. So 1 tube, 1 tube, 1 tube, 1 tube, 1 tube. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fountains. This one was considered a small, so we won't count that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of these fountains, 4 of TNT's quote-unquote large fountains are 1 tube. I know for a fact. So that brings their total count of large fountains down to 4. That's Phantom Moonstruck was 6, and they all had 3 tubes. So right off the bat, the Moonstruck is a better deal. So for those of you that are TNT fans, I understand. I used to be one of them. But when you go actually do some research, which I always recommend before making a purchase of a research your own assortments. Don't just listen to me. Go and do the research yourself. If you have a different opinion with me, that's fine. Leave in the comments if you think otherwise. I love constructive arguments. Just don't call me a flaming homosexual that doesn't know what I'm talking about. I love to have constructed conversations about this thing. So right here, this guy is showing the Blazing Rebel with 1 tube. He goes and shows, actually, this is the Starfire. I don't think that one has 1 tube. The Pinata Buster, also 1 tube. That one was the Pyro Fan that I showed you, 1 tube. What else we got here? Global Lights, another 1 tube fountain. This is the one that was up top, Sparkling Glory. So actually, that brings it down to only 3 large fountains. So as you see, there's Color Shock, another large fountain, and it has 1 tube. Now, not every single fountain is, so this one has 2. This one is the Fire Mountain fountain, or whatever. Fire Destroyers, this one has 4. So some of these are, in fact, larger fountains, but a majority of these only have 1 tube. They're just wasted space. So, the final verdict is coming up. Which assortment won? So the winner of the 2017 assortment for TNT vs. Phantom is, in fact, you guessed it, the Phantom Moonstruck. Now, I understand that people are going to be upset with this because a lot of people want to love TNT and a lot of people hate Phantom. But you have to understand that just if we go by a pure number standpoint, 18 fountains in total, you saw it yourself, and 27 in the Phantom Moonstruck. So keep that in mind. You're getting a lot of medium fountains in here, but they're not going to be as crappy. I mean, your 15 1 tubes, you're going to get, there's a 1 tube here, 1 tube here, 1 tube here, 1 tube here, 1 tube here. So basically these 4 fountains could have been in a box right here for a Phantom. They're only 1 tube, and when it comes to a fountain, those are the different stages of the fountain. So you're only getting one kind of effect. So, I mean, I understand that it says right here net content 43 pieces, but that's incorrect because it's taking into account all their flashing fountains and little novelty items. So the real fountain count, you saw it here first, was 18. Don't look at the net contents on TNT because they fluff it up to make it seem like it's a bigger assortment. So the winner of this year for the $100 assortment is, in fact, the Phantom Moonstruck. So if you agree with the decision, leave in the comments. If you like this video, subscribe. I will be doing more breakdowns of each assortment. TNT does actually have some better assortments than Phantom. Don't get me wrong. I will definitely make videos on that. But for the $100 bracket, this one is the winner. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.